Is yours only playing in one?
Nope, it's playing in both.
What's with mine?
I don't know.
I got, like,
I mean, you are
bum
getting
headphones.
older. It may just be your hearing in one. Do you wear your earbuds a little too high volume in one ear? Just always have it resting in one.
Very well could.
Yeah, it's
Like literally nothing in the right ear.
Yep, that's
a good
age.
sign. Yikes.
Yeah, yikes.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Coaching Caffeine Comedy. I'm your host, Hayley Kobzo.
And I'm Lena.
Today,
And people, this 2 weeks in a like every other week. But
yeah. People, they're ready.
they don't even know what to do
They
now that
don't.
we've actually got our lives momentarily, sporadically together.
Yeah, and it's March.
Which I'm sorry, we all knew February was going to be gone in a flash.
Wow, this whole year. I'm like, is it 2026 yet?
I
mean,
keep saying
we're already in
that.
March.
We're down
That's
to
crazy.
40 days of school. 40 days of school party. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, you're already probably packing up the books and
No, I
dusting
just
the
leave
shelves.
those babies. Yeah, I probably need to get
Put
that
up the
done.
chairs.
Yeah.
Today is March 11th.
What a good day.
This is such a young kids thing. National Promposal Day. That was never a thing. Never a thing.
Nope. You got a phone call.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're walking down the hall at school.
Yeah. Hey,
Somebody's
Jenny.
Like,
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. No promposals.
What color's your dress going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
We'll get
no,
matching flowers. My
Yeah.
mom will go pick them out.
Yep. There was no car, like giant billboard. Mm-hmm. Kids get billboards these days.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You're
Where you-
like hire a plane and they put it in the sky.
I think
Like
kids
little
in
smoke
high
rings.
school need to realize there are people who've gotten married whose proposals for that weren't even as good as their prom
Exactly.
proposal.
That's
So
crazy.
Guess what? You're setting yourself up for a whole lot of
That's for that one.
sadness. Because now what are they going to do?
Yeah.
I'm
They're
not
gonna have to
kidding
shoot for
you.
the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they rented the high school jazz band for you to go to prom, what are they doing?
Yeah, for marriage.
What?
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah.
And typical, it's another nut day for us.
Oh, okay.
Oatmeal nut waffles day. Oh. I don't know about that.
That seems made up.
Don't know about that.
I think, do you need to do an update on your app that's like
No,
whatever day
no,
it is? Are you
that's-
sure?
That's definitely, nope. 2025, all this.
That just seems weird.
I know. Oatmeal nut waffle day.
Couldn't come up with anything else. Okay.
Yum.
So you have a topic.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
But let's do something fun real fast. Let's
I'm
just
ready.
change this up.
I'm good. Let's
Give
go.
me, we're going to do recipes.
Okay.
People, every now and then we're women.
Yep. Oh,
We're
I can
always
make
on the
this
move.
happen. You
Okay,
tell me what
every
you
single
need.
time. We're going to do just like one recipe. Go, give me something.
We just made Kenlin just made really great meatballs. A whole new meatball recipe I've
Okay,
never used
let's hear
before. It was, well, whatever kind of meat's in our freezer. So
Okay.
that's rolling the dice. Mm-hmm. And the panko breadcrumbs
Okay.
and spices. I think we did 2 eggs because our chickens were laying
Egg
pretty
mix.
good right that. Yep.
You guys still have chickens?
What? Yeah,
You
we
have
do.
chickens?
Yeah.
Like they lay eggs?
Yeah.
Lots of eggs?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me some. Continue.
Well, when they got cold, they got a little, they were a little
Okay.
not so happy. They were amazing.
Yum.
These were so
Did you
good.
bake them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kenlin had to do a book report and she made apples.
Well, don't tell me everything because we're going to do that. I'm going to ask you again another day.
Oh, okay.
Forget the apples.
Okay. So we'll stick with the meatballs.
Yeah, yum.
It was literally
Meatballs. I have not made
meatballs.
meatballs.
I haven't either in
For
a long time.
a long time.
And there was no sauce. Like they didn't have to be covered in
Yeah.
barbecue sauce or ketchup or
Yum.
anything. They were
It's a
really
plain
delicious.
little meat balm.
8 ingredients or less.
Awesome. Sweet. It's fun.
Go ahead. You.
Okay, my new favorite snack. Everybody, write this down. So you're going to take 2.5 cups heavy whipping cream.
1.
2.5. And then you're going to whip
2.
it. Whip
Okay, go.
until it's peaked.
Got it.
Okay. And then you're going to take 2 cream cheeses
Yep.
at room temperature. That is
Yeah,
the key.
key.
Has to be room temp.
Yep.
Throw that in there, whip. And then you're going to whip those bad boys up with the blender.
Okay.
And then you're going to take some sugar-free pudding, any flavor.
Got it.
Cheesecake is good. Chocolate's good. We've tried it all. You're going to put that in there. You're going to whip it up.
Got it.
And then it's just like a bowl of goodness that you can eat throughout the whole week. 0 sugar.
Check.
And you just like scoop it. And then for me, I like to put little gluten-free graham cracker crumbs on it.
Gluten-free graham cracker crumbs?
Yes. And then it's just like, it's like a little cheesecake in a cup.
Yeah, that's happening in
It's
our house.
delicious. And it lasts for a whole week. I mean,
Do you eat it like with fruit?
you can do anything on it.
But or you just eat it plain?
I just eat it plain. Or the graham cracker crust.
Sounds amazing.
Delicious.
That-
Easiest snack, healthiest snack.
Yeah.
There's no sugar.
Yep.
there's really nothing. It's fat. It's basically all fat. So good though.
That's
That's what we've been doing like every week. I make that like on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we just have like
I'm adding that.
a dollop of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Topic of the day.
Yep. Go ahead.
You said it,
I did.
but I don't know how to word it. But
Okay.
how can a coach make sure that they're making time for their family and their life outside of coaching?
Or can they?
Or can they?
I don't know.
I think it depends on what kind of coach you want to be.
Ooh, yikes. That's a bit of a burn. You're probably right.
Right?
I know that's probably why I cannot be a next level of anything. Because I'm at that stage, age-wise, that the grind, I'm not sacrificing the time with my family for the grind. You know, and what I think maybe happens with a lot of coaches, do they start that grind before they are family people? You know, do they get into it? Maybe they're newly married and they start coaching and then they build on that. And the next thing I know, they're just super busy with, because so many of them retire and say they're retiring to spend time with their family, which
But
makes you
then-
think,
Yeah.
you know,
What happened? Were they not spending time with their family when
Yeah.
they were doing it?
yeah,
How much time is enough time or not enough time?
yeah.
Lots of questions there.
You know, because obviously we had a big retirement in the state of Nebraska.
Huge.
Yeah. And a lot of people were like, and all I thought was, yay for him
Yeah.
to get to spend time with his family and go
Yep.
do something else. Because I think
Yeah.
and I often ask you, or even with us even doing our pod, like, what's your end game?
Right.
You know, this individual has had so much success that it's like, what else do you need? Like, what other accolades do you need to add to your, because I don't know how people do it. Because you and I, we both know coaches, coaches at every level. I do not. But some of the area coaches that we know, their wives, what they have to sacrifice.
For sure.
And I think,
Or if you're friends with wives. And,
that's what I mean. You know, like that's,
Yeah.
it's, you hear the story of what it's like being a single mom during the season. And, you know, maybe there's a few husbands too that have to do it, but wow, I don't know how, I don't know how.
Right. I think this also, it also goes back to like, what kind of coach do you want to be? I think a coach is a mentor, right? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, everything you're doing, people are looking up to. Mm-hmm. So they're basing everything, like what coaching looks like, based off of what their coach is doing. Mm-hmm. Right. So if their coach is never present with their family, that's what they see what coaching is. Mm-hmm. If they have a coach that's present with their family and like trying to actively be in both roles, it's two completely different kind of coaching things. Speaking of the big guy that just retired, I listened to a podcast with him. I think it was like two people. It was one of his players. I cannot remember which one it was. It was one of the bigger ones. And she wanted to coach. Like that was like her lifelong dream. And then she said on the podcast with Coach Cook, like this would have had to have been a very hard pill to swallow. He had a really good comeback because when she said it, I was, she said that she doesn't want to coach anymore because she sees everything that he gave up. Yeah. Like that's hard. Like she said that to Coach Cook, like Coach Cook, she said that. And his comeback was, you know, I think you'll probably get into it once you realize like it's more than that. But she was very adamant that she never wanted to coach anymore because she saw everything that he had to give up. And so in saying like coaches are mentors, people are looking up to you. She saw that he wasn't giving that time.
And they already know sacrifice.
Yeah.
As a high level athlete, they already
know.
sacrificed so much.
Yeah.
So for them to even look at it and be like, whoa, that's more than I want to give up. When to the average college person, a college athlete sacrifices so much at that level. So that's wow.
Yeah.
Yowzas.
So this kind of makes you think about it. Mm-hmm. And so I guess in having heard that, and then just also thinking that people are looking up to you, like the coach I looked up to, she was always active in her kids' life. So I'm going to bring my kids to practice. And then also you have to make the time. I hear about a lot of coaches though, that they're just not present.
And
is that creating a healthy?
Are you saying not present in their family?
Family.
Yeah. Right.
That's a their problem. But just, I always think about that. Like, is somebody going to choose not to coach because They're like, well, you can't really be a husband if you want to coach.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and you say a lot to your kids. You know, I want kids who want to come back and spend time with me, and I want kids who want to find our house as a safe place, a place to get away from everything else in the world. And if we're never there, not making those memories or having that environment, I don't foresee that being something that they come back to, you know, and that's to each their own, you know, again, whatever it is you do. And maybe that environment becomes I don't know if you can take kids on a bus with you when you go and travel, or maybe it's the hotel room when your spouse meets you there, like whatever it is you're creating, that becomes what you want for your family, the time in the hotel, or the time in the pool at the hotel, or the restaurants you get to try when you're traveling with your sports team or whatever. But because I don't know sacrifice for coaching. I have no idea what that is really like.
I don't know. I think you can. It just depends on what does that look like for each individual person, and what is okay. And again, it's not just about the coach. It's about the significant other too. It is not, it's not the coach deciding it. That's what is good enough? Like what is making it show that I'm present? I'm not going to lie. I mean, we had a very difficult conversation here not that long ago, and Clay was like, you put your job first for a very, very long time. That's pretty tough, pretty ballsy. But then I think I needed that to realize you're right. I can do better at being a wife also. So just making sure it's a point to, if I don't have to have a late practice time or all those things, like my family should never have to sacrifice for what I'm doing. I need to make it work.
Well, and you so nicely in the last podcast, I think you shouted out to your assistants. You know, you have to have an environment and a culture of people who are willing to also protect that for you. You know, because if you're always working with people who are looking to take your job or be the next you, you know, they might want to one-up you in those situations. And if you have people who are protecting that environment, your family life, your home life, your marriage, they're supporting you when you need to be gone, you know, or they're running the show for you when you need to step away for a little bit. And that's a nice...
And I also think that goes back to mentoring your assistant coaches. Like if you have assistant coaches, that's why they're assistant coaches.
Right.
You should be training them to take over some of the things that you do, so you have time to do the other things. And I always tell my players, like, volleyball is very important. I love you, but like, I love you as if you were my own children, but my children come first, you know? And so if you can't prioritize like those things, and that's, again, this is why you make assistants. If you can't trust your assistants to run a practice without you, so you can have a snow day with your kids.
Yes.
You know, we had a snow day. I very well could have came into work for practice, but I had a snow day.
Yeah.
We went on an adventure.
100%.
And I had 3 assistants that can run practice.
Yes.
And if you can't trust your assistant to do those, you're not doing a good job of mentoring them to get to that point.
Yes.
Because otherwise, why are they your assistants?
Well, I think the ultimate level of success as a coach is knowing you can walk away.
Yeah.
And that you've given them all the tools to be successful and step in for you.
Yep.
Because ultimately, God forbid, on that snow day, you felt a little younger than you are or body wanted to be that day, and you're out. What have you done for your team and your group if you haven't set them up for somebody to say, I mean, we're all replaceable in the end game.
Yeah.
And we all will be replaced. None of us are doing this forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but we are parents and hopefully spouses till our end of time.
For sure.
You know, and so there might be other avenues that we are doing things that you hope you're setting up other people to step in and be like, here you go. Here are the keys to the kingdom. Take over.
I will say one thing, as my kids get older, though, it makes coaching a little bit more fun because they can be more of a part of it.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
concessions.
Yeah.
Trip,
oh, yeah.
You know,
those
we had
kids love it.
concessions the other day, and Trip's like, we working?
Yes.
Is anybody else helping?
Yeah.
Like, it's just you and me, bud.
Or
He's
like when I see Avery over there or the Mindenhall, like there's people around doing, it's like.
Trip and Avery, they go in the weight room and they like, it's fun.
Yeah,
seeing the kids grow up. It's pretty cool.
And that environment. And again, you're creating the family environment. Everybody is. Your kids are there.
Yep.
The Pritchett kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Walker,
you see them.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah. Conroy kids. Exactly.
Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. And he's always like following Chris at practice or in the summer.
Exactly.
Do you think, you know, if there are issues, let's say like you're married to a coach, male, female, does not matter. Like, do you think in today's world, it is harder to have conversations with your spouse, letting them know how you feel? Like, let's say you're the wife of a coach. Are they having those I don't know. Are they having those conversations, or is it hard to have those conversations because you don't want to hurt your spouse's feelings? Or like, do you think they have those conversations, or do people just suck it up and like hold it in and just suffer?
I think there's probably a good split down the middle on that. I think if you're the kind of couple that has conversations about your finances or your kids or the kids at school, that those are probably things you're bringing up. But if you're the kind of people who, hey, you knew what you were getting into when we got married, this is the way it's going to be, and you don't talk about other things, you're probably not talking about that. But you know, for Jake and I, because that's my only for example, not to compare it, but we came into coaching because no one else was in our groups for our kids. That's when we had it. So it wasn't a job choice. It's a side gig thing for our kids to have opportunities with sports. So there's kind of different ones.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like, how long are we doing this?
Right. When does somebody else jump in?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when do we get to step back and be the parents in the stands?
Yeah.
You know, because when you're coaching, you're not coaching your own kids as of yet.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think I ever want to be.
Yeah. But Clay has stepped up, like for wrestling, and he's helping with that. So how long does Clay have to do that? Like, when does Clay get to be the parent in the stand?
Yeah.
And so I think that's something, when you're that parent that's maybe frustrated with the way things are going for your kid who's playing a sport, or maybe you're not happy, believe you me, I will hand over the clipboard any day of the week when they're, and I have been able to, like with basketball, there's a parent who's willing to step up and take it over. And thank God he is, because I don't want to coach everything for my kids. It's not even fair to my kids for me to be the coach for everything.
Yeah.
And so
they need to be yelled at by somebody else.
They do. They need to be challenged by somebody else. And I want to surround them with people who want to challenge them. And so it's nice to have a break and be like, not it.
Yeah.
Wow. God bless the coaches and their spouses. And I know we've said that many times, and we haven't like talked about this that way, but for all you who are in it, thank you, because you are providing an opportunity for our kids in this area to participate in activities, which is so good for them mentally, physically, spiritually, all the things. But ultimately, regardless of what level you're at, you are sacrificing something, and so is your family.
Yeah. I think I've talked about this before, the FFA banquet that I went to in Kearney. How they like introduced it. It was pretty cool. They're like, all right, if you're a spouse of a coach, would you please stand up? And it was like a standing ovation basically for the spouses, just because of how much they have to go through if they're married to a coach.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool.
Well, and it goes beyond what your family and your spouse is giving up, but your personal things you want to achieve, whether it's, fitness or spirituality, you're already giving a couple hours of your day, let's be honest, for most coaches, that you're giving to everybody else's kids, and you're not able to give to yourself. So even that challenge of what you aren't doing for your own self, let alone those people closest to you.
Yep.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Gosh, we could do a
good topic.
Weekend seminar.
Yeah.
Bring in the professionals. Oh, wait, we're here already.
People just start paying us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you reading right now?
Yeah.
You read a really good one earlier and took a break, and
no, what am I reading? I don't know. What about you?
The Boyfriend by Frida.
Oh, one of those, Frida McFadden.
Yeah. Oh
I just can't.
Gosh.
I can't. Like, I've read a few, but my heart starts doing things, and then I get nervous.
Yes.
And then if I'm at home alone,
I was like 70 pages from the end.
Yeah.
And it was during one of those snow days that we had. And I was like, I might go take a 30-minute nap ski. And when I went to lay down, I figured out who the killer was. And I knew.
You knew.
Which either is alarming that, one, I think like that.
Yeah.
Or two, I could be making millions writing a book that good.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
You should write a book.
I have two in the works.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What are they about?
Well, one is, it's called Maggie Moo and Tucker 2. It's about my friend who was shot and killed.
Wait, is this like a real story?
Yeah.
Like you have books going?
Well, I'm writing. But
Okay.
It's
So fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Maggie Moo and Tucker 2. And she had a
Okay.
cat who's my friend who was killed in Von Mark shooting.
Okay.
She had a cat named Tucker. And her cat and my dog Pedro at the time had a lot of adventures together when we were off living in different places. And so it's a children's series about a cat and his owner and all these.
Why
little
have I
friends.
never known about this? Are
don't
we
know.
friends?
Yeah.
Like, do I even know you?
On Tuesdays.
Did you know this?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for filling me in.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I know.
Okay.
And then the other book is going to be about adventures, like learning to take the adventures and not. Yeah.
How exciting.
I know.
I feel like I just meet a new Lena every day.
Well,
I am also writing a book.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm not. I just wanted something that was
is it about us? I feel like it's a relationship book about
how to respond to text messages.
How to be friends with someone you only see on Tuesdays. And then you take 2 months.
I want something cool to tell you that you didn't know.
I think you did last time. I felt like that one book you were talking about last time. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What are you watching? Okay, I'm going. Sweet Magnolias has a new season, so I'm catching up on that.
I have not started
So
that one
good.
yet. I've seen. I'm
Love
like,
that.
I got a lot going on.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. You?
I watched this. Supposedly it's going to be in parts, but Horizon with
Okay.
Kevin Costner.
Ooh.
You know, because that's supposedly why he left Yellowstone. This whole big da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be parts, so there's not a new one, but that one was like a movie. And so I'm like, are these all going to be that long?
Oh.
Because I can't watch Yellowstone or 1923
Yeah.
or 1888. I want to see all those, but I don't have access.
Gotta watch Landman.
Oh, gosh.
And?
I do want to see that. No.
You haven't seen it yet?
What's it on?
Yeah, Prime. Amazon Prime.
What?
It's so good.
No, it's available? Like I can watch it?
Landman? Yes.
This is the oil tycoon. Like
yes.
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 What?
It is so good. How have you not watched this? Where have you been?
I don't know.
It is so good. It is so good. We actually haven't watched the last 3 episodes because we don't want it to be done.
I hate
It's
that's
so
the
good.
worst when that happens.
Because we
You get
know it's
something
already
good?
done, and it's so good. We even watched it when we went on our ski trip. Where have we been? Like
I
we
don't
went
know.
skiing.
Did you ever watch Tulsa King?
No, I haven't watched Tulsa King, but
It's
Clay
pretty
has.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, you went skiing? When did you go skiing?
Here we are. January. We haven't.
Oh,
well,
I knew that.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm
like
not
we even
that
watched
far
it. Like the
gone.
group that we were with, we were like, we gotta watch Landman because it came out on Sunday, and just so good, so good, so good. Yeah.
Is family skiing? Will you do it again?
Oh, yes.
I know we need
every
to, too.
year.
Okay,
Every year. You know what we might do? We might just like invite all of our friends and just be like, hey,
Whoever
we're gonna go skiing. You guys
If
want to
you
come?
can go, you can go.
Let me know.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can get an Airbnb that big.
Yeah.
We went the perfect amount of time. I literally think that we will go skiing every year because our kids had such a good time.
Yeah.
Adventure, all the things. We were there for 3 sleeps.
Yes.
So
that's
like we
the perfect-
got there, skied for 2,
Yes.
went home.
Yes. That is the perfect amount of time.
Yeah. And our kids, they loved it. Even Trip was like, why can't we live in the mountains in the winter? Because he really picked it up, and Letty enjoyed it. And I think that if the younger you start your kids, like
Yes.
for me, I wish we kind of went a little bit sooner, the better they're going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so fun.
So fun.
And we just went with one family.
Yes.
It was just so sporadic. It was like November, like, hey, let's go skiing.
Yes, that's the way
Let's
to
do
do
it.
it.
And so, but it was fun. I told Clay, I was like, we're going to go we could just make it a tradition every Saturday after Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's
We're
a
going
good
to be on
idea.
the slopes.
Yeah.
So
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a good tradition.
try to go somewhere new every time.
Oh.
But we went to small resort. I don't even remember.
Was it Wyoming?
South Dakota.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, we're at
Okay.
a gold mine place. Deadwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was perfect. Cute little place.
Nice.
Not a lot
that sounds
of
like
people.
fun.
It was fun.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. But if you do have young kids and you haven't started skiing, just sign them up for
lessons.
private lessons,
Yes.
not ski school,
Yep.
private lessons. Game changer.
True story.
Yeah. What else? What is something, we're going to change this, that
Yep.
you can't live without, or something, and it doesn't like you can live without it, but like this is one of your things, like can't live without. Go.
I know this doesn't sound really cliche and cheesy, but I don't know how to wake up in the morning if I'm at home and not go get a cup of coffee.
Ooh.
You know what? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not just saying like I don't have to go through a drive-through. I don't need gourmet coffee. Black silk Folgers. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't like that's something.
You like
it's
it.
not even just having the coffee. It's just everything about the feeling. Like in the summer when I sit outside,
Right. Just making it and drinking it. Yes.
It's something.
I love to just smell coffee. I just like to hear the coffee
Yep.
maker, all the things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What about you? What can you not live without?
I'm going to say nails.
Oh, girl.
Like,
Speak a language.
speak, after
Yeah.
you got me on the stickers, they just
Is that
have
what
to
those
be done.
are, though?
Yeah, these are the same brand, but they're hard.
See, I tried those. I did not like them.
And like you cook them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. Like I've switched over from the stickers to these, which they're
Really?
still the stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just cook them for a little
I
bit.
don't know if we didn't do as good cooking ours, but
I
then they
cooked
were
mine for
super
long-
hard. Yeah,
for-
hard on my nails.
Yeah, but no, they're my
Yeah, those
New
look so
favorite.
good. People, if you don't know Dashing Diva,
Yes.
hello, they should be
But-
sponsoring us.
Yes, they
Tell
should.
You what?
But order them online because
Yeah.
it's so much cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, Nails, I'm right there with you. So
Yeah.
we can share those two things.
I don't know.
Okay, I got to watch Land.
Leave me with a funny story.
Okay, so Jake was gone. He had a conference, and Kenlyn was going to be my new partner in crime. We were going to hang out at night, snuggle, tell stories, talk. Well, then when Jake came back, he was a real crab, and hadn't slept well in the hotel.
Oh.
So he's like, we got to go to bed early. And I was like, okay. And he started getting really crabby, and I headed down to Kenlyn's room. I said, Kenlyn, I think I'm sleeping with you tonight. She's like, don't play with my emotions. Are you really? And I was like, yeah, because your dad's being a bear cat. Uh-huh. And that was it.
cat.
Because I was like, so I love family. Like when the girls want to have sleepovers with each other and have that time together playing games. And I can't think of anything else like super funny, but that was so good. That's all I got.
Jake being a bear cat.
Oh,
I like it.
It's like, sorry, you didn't have the right pillow when you were away.
She's like a little snuggle up, I guess. Well, this is fun. I'm glad that we made it 2 weeks in a row.
Goodness, people.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Anyways, thank you everybody for listening to another episode of Coaching Caffeine Comedy. I'm your host, Hayley Kobza.
And I'm Lena.